Hurricane Ivan is now starting to lash the panhandle of Florida. I'm meteorologist Mike Bettis live in Pensacola. We'll have an update for you straight ahead.
We are seeing high waves already as Hurricane Ivan approaches the Alabama portion of the Gulf Coast. This is what it looks like at Gulf Shores, Alabama, just west of Pensacola. We're already seeing wind gusts of 30 miles per hour, and those winds are on their way up.
All right, take a look at this. These are the latest wind gusts. Right now around Pensacola, 29 miles per hour. Mobile at 30. New Orleans, 38 miles. Right now, the northern eye wall, hey, you see that right there in the middle, 175 miles south of Mobile, Alabama.
Hurricane season is a difficult time for anyone living on the coastline. Nature turns violent and unforgiving as rain and wind rip apart communities. When a hurricane hits, it demolishes everything within reach. Trees, piers, homes, and condominiums are frequent victims of the storm's power. The unstoppable storm will not leave anyone or anything except for hurting families and business owners.
You can see here the before and after shots of Gulf Shores showing just how much the community struggles at this time. During a large storm, sand is blown off the beaches and inland to get in every crevice possible. The sand can be several feet tall and over several miles. Often unnoticed are all the broken utilities covered up by the sand buildup. Buried and unmarked, these utilities are in serious danger of going unnoticed. Cleanup takes months and can be a painful process for all, especially since 50% of the damage done to utilities is during the hurricane cleanup. Seen here is the aforementioned sand buildup along the roads of Gulf Shores. This prohibits a speedy cleanup and prolongs recovery.
The south side, that's the one that took the worst hit. You can see these embankments over here of how high the sand was and how much we had to clear out.
After the hurricane, the cleanup can sometimes cause more harm than good. This is why we need geospatial mapping.
We have been sending our students from the College of Business, College of Engineering, and the Department of Geography and Geology to the Gulf Shores and Orange Beach area during the last 2 years. And what they are doing is collecting the data on the different utility infrastructure.
Gathering points of information is a critical part of the geospatial mapping project. Without data mapping, data recovery would not be possible. Mapping requires an understanding of how to operate the TopCon unit and patience to walk the area to be sure the whole area is mapped to the best of your ability. During the mapping process, you will walk the TopCon unit along roads on the coast and enter data points you find along the way. Instruction for this will come later in your training. Accurate data will allow the project to work smoothly and recovery teams to move as quickly as possible through the points. The unit you will use during the process is a TopCon unit with TopServe GIS software. The software allows the unit to see your exact location while mapping and map groups of utilities in one point. This unit is easy to use and completely touchscreen. Each unit has a strap on the back to ensure you do not drop the unit while working, as well as a stylus to use while operating the touchscreen. The instruction for using the TopCon unit will come later once you understand the whole project and what will happen with the information you have taken. Here you can see 2 students mapping utility points using the TopCon unit.
The Geospatial Mapping team has compiled data from every major utility company so that all the data is in one convenient place. This data has been put onto maps and recorded in the GIS units. As sand covers these utilities during hurricanes, it is impossible to find these points, but with the GIS units, utilities can be located and identified. Before a water company would dig to fix their own meters and valves, for example, they would be able to identify all power and gas points and prevent their demolition. The unit will give you an arrow to follow and lead you to each point. Each point will need to be uncovered to ensure no utility goes unnoticed. While this process can be lengthy, it will prevent companies from wasting money and time on unnecessary damages. Gathering and recovering data can be a long process, but the project will be invaluable during recovery in the communities throughout Alabama and on any other coastline that chooses to participate. These coastal communities will see the benefits of this project many times over, as they will be able to move back into their homes and businesses faster. Your help with this project is invaluable because your time spent here will reduce time spent in recovery in an emergency situation.
As companies avoid breaking each other's valves, meters, and points, they save the company thousands of dollars in damages, expedite the cleanup process immensely, and bring all important tourists back to the Gulf community. While the data has a high upfront cost, it will save a lot of money every time a storm hits their community. Thanks to your help and time spent, we can keep this cost as low as possible. Hurricanes become less devastating to the economy as recovery time and costs are reduced, and the people of the Gulf Coast can get back to enjoying the fun and the sun.